That movie is also like a murder mystery comedy, is what I would call that.
It is. That's just a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
And it had me on edge because I was like, who the fuck is the killer? Because it had you guessing everybody was.
It kind of reminded me of Scream Queens. I loved Scream Queens. I'm
gonna have to rewatch it and check that out. It's been a long fight. And I forgot he was in that.
Tis the season, man. Tis the season. And for Fleabag.
Gonna have to tackle that fucking Fleabag.
I freaking love that fucking show. I freaking love Fleabag.
That's so good. That's pretty good, huh?
That's pretty good.
Pals, buds, and lovelies, welcome back to Moonings and Musings with
Megan
and Hannah.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Made me think of Friends. He's like, wait, I get the last one. And then he sees Rachel making out with the Italian guy, and he's like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fuck me. Everybody else, I know you do.
Maybe not.
Anyways,
that was for Halloween. Okay, so I think that the more you run out of breath, the better it gets.
Yeah, so when you do the
Have you seen that TikTok where they let out all their air and then try to scream?
Yeah, those are
try
funny,
that real quick?
Oh.
No, I'll try it.
You sound like a mummy trying to get breath.
I give that my all. I give that my everything. Yeah. You really don't want to do it?
I'll try it.
Really?
I was literally about to take my Altoid out and be like, hold my toy.
I would have.
Would you really? It's pretty slimy. Okay. Hold my toy. Instead of sitting up for a second. Alright.
Now you have to laugh a little more. I can't think of anything funny for you right now. That time you fell off the couch. That time I stepped on the tennis ball.
I don't know how to do it. I literally don't know how to do it. I keep letting breath out.
It was lost on me that you just completely inhaled and undid all your effort. Why would you inhale more before you exhale all of it? You literally went like this. You said like you had to. Are you trying?
Yeah, that's what that was. That little tiny.
I thought you were gonna sound like
that was me. I said. That's
Do you remember when they had that? Do you remember when they had that mummy? Do you remember when they?
You did too?
Yeah. Do you remember when they 3D printed that mummy's vocal cords and blew air through it?
What the fuck?
And he was, oh! Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It was like one of the pharaohs, and they were like, it was like a serious news thing, and they were like, and here's what this mummy would have sounded like. Ah!
What the fuck? That's hilarious.
I'll have to show you that. Yeah, we're really on theme with Halloween. We got a cackle. We got mummy talk.
Mummy talk.
We got screams. we got running out of breath. I mean, oh my god. Happy Halloween, folks.
Death. Bring it on.
Stop.
Jeez. I meant
of all the leaves and the plants and the bugs. The bugs that make those beautiful summer noises.
I'm sorry.
What actually does happen to all the bugs? Do they just bury themselves?
I assume that they probably just, group up together, warm bodies, you know what I mean? Let's stick this out together.
What was that shit about with the cicadas? Is that a myth? That they bury themselves for 14 years?
It's a long time.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Do you remember when we were kids and they were like,
it was like they were away.
Gens X of the cicadas are coming back around.
And now they're coming back.
What is that?
The fuck? I don't know.
I don't want to look it up. I don't care enough to look it up. But I'll probably
cicadas,
put something about it here.
I never had really that much against them. They are bigger than you would think, so they kind of freak you out for a second. But it's like they don't harm you or anything, right?
But the weight of their body when it lands on you is really about to make you freak out.
That's what I'm about to get at. So the noises are cute and everything too. But when I was in high school, we did this little summer camp, and the time of year we went, it was so fucking foul. Not only were there live ones, but on that porch, the little house that we stayed at, there would be dead. Yeah, and it was fucking foul, dude. And it made me hate cicadas. And I'd been indifferent. I really wasn't nothing, but that was horrible. Fucking nightmare. That whole summer.
My grandma keeps those.
I was there a week. What? What did you just say?
Okay, so my grandma has this coolest backyard ever. Okay, I'm about to talk about my grandma for a second. What
did you just?
She keeps them.
Like the shells?
Yeah. Maybe the wings too.
Like every single
when I find the wings, I get kind of excited. Yeah. Like so she has a big backyard and there's like a creek behind it and there's trees, so there's a lot of them. And she has, you ready for this? Y'all ain't ready for this. 2 swing sets. 2, not 1, but 2 swing sets. A full size trampoline. Sometimes there's a bouncy castle back there. Sometimes there's a slip and slide, depending on the day. Who knows?
Depending on the day.
There's a big net for us to hit balls at.
What?
Built off the fence.
That actually is insane. Cool. That actually is insane. I don't know why we never tried to convince our parents to. The way that we would climb over this fence and we should not have been climbing on to get it. The one time, like we have done damaged fences.
Yeah. You guys do have like a community of fences behind your house.
Yeah, man.
That's why you go out in that ditch.
Yeah, and then we broke that fence.
You shouldn't say that.
It wasn't me.
The homeowners association.
What fence are we talking about? They don't even know.
Hannah?
Shut the fuck up, dude. I don't want them to know my name.
The homeowners association in your childhood neighborhood definitely watches Mooning and Musing.
You know, my dad, when I was younger, was the president of our homeowners association.
You swear?
I swear, when my mom was like,
it was like
back in like 2006 when my mom was like, my dad was trying to be busy because my mom was away.
Period.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah. He's like doing everything.
Distract yourself.
The way that he had a workout regimen like crazy. The way that he was like, he had to do so much. He had to be
distract
busy.
Himself in the loss of Angela.
Yeah.
I would hate that too.
Yeah, I mean, we all did. You know what I'm saying? Time for another episode for that one. You know what I mean? We'll get into that later. When this is like,
I guess we could say Hannah's mom got fucking deployed and was gone for a minute.
Yeah, she was in the military. She was in the army. Yeah, she was gone for like probably about a year. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
it's pretty
slight
crazy.
trauma. We can talk about
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like I know stuff, but I also don't. That time is weird.
It is. Yeah, early 2000s military stuff. It goes crazy. There's a lot of lore there.
Yeah, like I'm sure a lot of people could relate to that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay, so, I'm going to ask you the question. You ready for it? Or do you want to ask me it? Do you know what I'm going to say?
No. So ask it.
What have you been Mooning and Musing about lately?
Oh, that's embarrassing. I'll get this out, and then we can call it a day on this, because I know you're not going to have anything to discuss about it. But if anybody has watched Ripley, it's really fucking awesome, and I really enjoyed it.
I like Andrew Scott.
Yeah. The only thing is, I don't know how people are about black and white. Some people can, like, deal with it. And
like
some
the
people
color
can,
of the show.
Yeah, the entire, it's a limited series, and the whole series is in black and white. And then, like, some of it's not in English because he's, like, in Italy. So some of, like, they're speaking. So you need the subtitles and stuff like that. But dude, the cinematography is insane.
So what's it about?
I had never watched, there was a movie that came out in like 1999, maybe even earlier, but it had Matt Damon in it as well as Jude Law, peak, like, form. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like a little homoerotic, and it was in Italy. And it was in the, like,
Matt Damon did a homoerotic film?
I say homoerotic, but it has undertones. Very much so, and even more so, like, in the one that I watched, it's like, even in the plot, like, because I don't want to give everything away, but it's like, because it's like murder mystery type stuff too.
Ripley or this movie?
Both. It's based off of a book. I can't remember who wrote it, but it's called The Talented Mr. Ripley, I think. Yeah, that's what the movie was.
Does it have to do with magic at all?
No.
Like,
he's a con man. He's a con man.
Oh, that's kind of magical.
Actually, some of the shit he does, it's like, wow.
You know?
And it was 1960s, so it's like the shit that he could get away with.
It's like 60s and they made it black and white?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It kind of worked, and it kind of felt like you were in that time period. Watching it in 2024, it probably is sometimes hard. I looked at images from the movie in the 90s, and it, like, I could tell that shit was filmed in the 90s. No.
Okay.
So I could, and it's like, maybe because I knew the year it came out, but it's like, yeah.
What's the spice level?
So I need to watch. Oh, bitch. 0. Fucking 0. But it did have my attention, the entire time that I was captivated.
I probably will watch it. I'm in my romance era.
That's like a really
good
film.
Spice level. I know you don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, but that was a bit because people were getting really pissed for a minute explaining the internet lore to Hannah. People were getting really pissed because
I'm curious about this.
Well, yeah, I know you know what that is, but there was like people were asking that about anything and everything.
That's fucking funny,
like,
bro.
if they were, like, talking about, like,
oh, that could mean
like,
anything,
they get to, like, you get to, like, a post they were talking about, like, the Bible, and someone would comment, like, spice level question mark.
I mean, honestly.
Pretty spicy.
I mean,
I'd say 3.
that's the saucy fucking book,
The Bible?
Yeah.
At least the 3 on the
spice level. A lot of shit
level.
is going down in the Bible. If we're doing out of 5, yeah. I'm doing 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bible,
for sure.
3 out of 5 spice level.
For sure.
3 chili peppers.
Carolina Reaper. There we go.
That's the world's hottest pepper we found out at our trivia session at work last night.
Can't wait to have another one.
Yeah, I actually really
look forward to those 3 trivia.
David,
facts.
if you watch this, love the trivia sessions.
I know you do.
That's our boss. Anyway. So
shit,
what
you asked
have
me
you
what
been using about? You said Ripley.
I said Ripley.
Yeah.
So I was a little delayed.
So
but
you
we said the
recommend
same
Ripley?
things.
You give it a mooning amusing seal of approval.
Yeah. Ooh, should we get a little one of those?
We
you know that thing you got for me?
We put it on for a Netflix show.
Me, right? That
an
was
embosser.
Such a good fucking gift, bro. Every fucking physical book I get, I grab that and I go.
Do you really?
Every time.
You really use it?
Yeah. Look, if you
That
look at every book on my bookshelf, you'll be like, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
From the library of Hannah Elise.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It doesn't. Yeah. Oof. That's my name. That's my stage name.
I love when someone, not like this is like me, like honking my own horn, you know what I'm saying?
Honking my own horn. I don't know why they got
when
me
they
so.
really know you. Like that scene in Me Before You where her boyfriend gives her that like necklace that's really expensive. And she's like, thanks. And then she gets those tights and she's like,
she's like, dude. Yeah.
When someone just knows you so well and gets you like a good gift like that.
That's probably my head would be the biggest it ever is when I have a gift that's so good.
What's your favorite gift you've ever gotten?
Fuck, that's hard, Megan. Because people get really good about getting me gifts. Because like I have so many interests in hobbies that like honestly, it's not that hard to find something for me to like
love.
Yeah.
I have an answer off the top of my head. And it's not even like it's the best gift I ever got. Like they knew me so well, which is what I'm talking about. But like I was so, like, it was one of those things where I was like, I wanted it so bad. Like, I went to bed the night before Christmas.
Thinking
about it. And I was like, oh, please, God, let me have that. Please let me get that.
Well, damn. I don't know. I've gotten so many good gifts over the years. And so many gifts have, like, made me cry. Because I was like, damn, this person got it.
Yeah. So mine was my pink Game Boy.
Oh, shit. You got a pink one, too. That's awesome.
Yes. That opened.
We had a red one.
Fuck, I loved a Game Boy.
I miss Game Boys.
I was so excited about that.
Oh, I remember some.
The sentimental ones, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like there was in high school, my friend got me, Christina got me a 45 record of Thinking Out Loud.
That's really sweet.
And I'm a Mess on the other side. I was like, damn, good combo. Like that one was really good. When I was in my Audrey Hepburn era, my aunt got me a really nice framed photo. So I
the one in your room still?
Kind of giving like Blair Waldorf from Gossip
Is that the
Girl.
one in your room still?
No, I don't have any more Audrey Hepburn up on my wall.
You don't have it up anymore?
I don't have any Audrey Hepburn on my wall anymore. Like anywhere.
The end of an era.
Well, it's been a while since you've been in my room.
Now that I'm picturing your room, I'm still picturing that Paris comforter, and you don't have that anymore either, do you?
I haven't had a Paris comforter, like ever.
Yeah, you did. The newspaper.
Oh, do you mean my sheets?
Maybe.
They have like
maybe.
It's got all the big cities like
Didn't
Rome,
you have
London.
one that was a newspaper?
Parents' house.
I'm thinking of my friend Elaine from middle school.
I know you watch it. Shout out.
Elaine.
What's up? All right.
She so doesn't.
If we say that more often than not, they're not fucking watching.
They're not watching.
If I'm giving you a shout out,
I don't even know half the time who is watching this.
Yeah, because it's like we don't fucking know you guys, and I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah. I'm excited. Let me know. To this point, because I'm. This is going to be embarrassing if I don't do it. But, like, we gave ourselves that bi-weekly thing, which, by the way, I wanted to touch on because, like,
we can discuss that really quick.
Well, so we're doing bi-weekly right now to kind of get into the swing of making, like, TikToks and stuff because we do want this to be, like, a successful thing. And we wanted to put more effort into the content and stuff.
Yeah, it's also fun just goofing around with my friend.
Yeah, and have time to make, like, actual videos. Like, we want to make some videos that aren't just a podcast. We have, like, 2 people. But, like, y'all have asked for, like, a day in the life video and stuff like that. So we wanted to have time to do that, too.
Yeah, that's really sweet. You guys are fascinated by that.
Right.
You're going to be shocked that day in the life is going to be, like...
Yeah. anticlimactic.
I'm not gonna say any teasers because
we are pretty funny though. I mean, we're really good at having a sense of humor about our fucking lives. I think.
I mean, because like if you don't, then
what are you gonna do?
How are you living?
I want you guys to know when I dab, I do it ironically.
Every time. Oh, let me just chew that toy.
But yeah, we wanted to kind of build something up and get really good at like how we want the content to go out, and then return to a weekly basis.
Yeah, give us
so
some
the
time
bi-weekly thing is temporary. We know we're babies at this.
Yeah.
If anyone, if you even care, if anyone even cares,
do you?
Seriously, let us know in the comments if you even care about us if we live or die.
No, but seriously.
But seriously.
No, but like, we're just fucking around.
And then the comments are just going to be me and you.
Back and forth.
I care if you die.
Your curved fucking toe. Which is hilarious. I care if you die. Anyways, what are you musing? Oh my fucking god. What are you mooning and musing about?
Alright, I have a lot of things to talk about.
Oh, shit, dude. I thought we were just doing our little topic and then we we're going to go into this.
Well, I mean, everything we talk about is what we're mooning and musing about. This is mooning and musing, baby. This is where you come to moon and muse.
You are so fucking right. I'm so... Dial in. This is where you moon and muse.
Step one, number one thing. I love, and I know you all know what I'm talking about. If you get a little loosey-goosey on your weekend, you have a little shot, you visit the garden, you do some stuff like that. Scoopability videos of slime. Oh my god. The way I want them so bad. And I feel like I can smell them. Like when they're doing the scoop and like they have that beautiful little song in the background, that little peaceful ass piano music, and they're like in the golden hour of the day every time.
It makes you feel cozy.
And they scoop and they're like doo 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 doo, and then it goes down to oh my god. Oh my god, I love the
Oh, I love the...
I don't know if y'all can even see my hands.
I like when there's a hint of a crunch.
They pull it and there's bubbles in it and then they squish, squish, squish.
Yeah, my God. But I love when they do a little bit of like a whip.
Oh, they whip it up.
You know what I mean?
Those ones that are like fluffy.
It's so good.
Go to OG Slimes is up there. The Peachy Slimes is kind of good too. Oh, and I love like something with a theme. You know what I mean? Something with a theme. And they always have a good one. I will always
love something with a theme.
And one of them, over the summer, I don't know if it's still even available, is like the baking one. And they had eggs, they had dough. God, I think they had flour. I really ate that up with makeup too.
Me up.
Do y'all know Beauty Bakery?
Oh my God.
I eat up Beauty Bakery. They give you like the setting powder in a flour bag. Isn't that so cute?
I just love when people are so creative like that.
And you can buy
Thank you so much.
the beauty blenders, which are like the egg sponges, and an egg carton. And it's so cute.
Oh, that's fucking adorable.
And I hate like the overconsumption, but I love a little niche ass little thing.
Yeah.
Love it. But yeah, those slime videos, really mooning musing about those real hard. Real hard.
Those are nice.
To watch those go to bed.
Make me feel so good.
Also, Heartstopper.
Oh. Ugh. Yeah, man. What was that? 8 episodes? Something like that?
The last season. But me and Hannah, because we had my cousin overnight and she's 16 and I was like, she needs to watch this. She just got her driver's license, by the way.
Great job.
So cute.
Oh. Carrick.
Do you want to talk about it? He'll find it funny.
Fucking did it. And it's like, it's so stupid. And I don't even know the whole story, but it was something about, Lauren said that the driver, that whatever test giver said that he had pulled out into
oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
Carrick is Hannah's 16-year-old brother who just took his test as well on the same day as my cousin, so maybe they saw each other.
Was it at the same place? Is it only done at one place?
I think so. For most of Louisville.
Anyways, poor guy didn't get his fucking license, and I think it's like 30 days you have to wait, which is like a ripoff.
That does suck.
So bad. Like, I know he wants his license so fucking bad. Poor guy.
Well, this is what I was telling Madison too, which is my cousin that just got her license. The people that do that job are such sticklers because who else is going to do that job? Like, that's such a unique personality to be like, I'm going to teach people how to, young kids. I had to do like a driving school. We're going to get back to Heartstopper. I had to do a driving school and mine was so like, I could tell that man had like generalized anxiety disorder for sure.
Oh,
like he was not well. I was like, this is not the job for you, bro. Yeah. Like you're braking and like
do you think
my
like,
little ass. And I was like, you do not need to be braking right now. Because you know they have their own pedals.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I wonder when They just, like, how long did it take for them to think to put that in there? Do you know what I mean? When they first started that out.
Quick, I would think.
Because then they were like, oh fuck, why didn't we think of that? Oh my god, jumps out the car.
Dude, we're going to get back to Heartstopper, but I need to tell my tale about my driving school. You remember what happened to me?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Have I talked about that on the podcast before?
I don't think so. It's crazy that you had a driving school thing.
Okay, so I don't know if this is like this everywhere or if it's like on a state-by-state basis. Honestly, don't really know how insurance works. If anyone wants to tell me about that, I wouldn't mind being told how, like, insurance completely works.
Yeah, like a really cool consolidated form.
I know. It's, like, different with every type of insurance.
And I kind of like some animation in there as well, if you could.
Love animation.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
So, I had to do driving school, like, physical driving school, where, like, they took me out in a car and, like, taught me how to drive, essentially, to get my insurance down. So, like, if I got the, like, certificate at the time, I could turn that in and get my insurance down. You also get a discount for grades and stuff like that.
I wonder if I wonder how many do that and, like, what that's like. Or if, like,
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's not like I would know. Anyway.
But my insurance, at least, if I did this driving school and got the certificate, it was like $500, but it would take off so much each cycle, so it was like worth doing. But this guy came and picked me up, and he was like, I swear to God, he was pushing 7 feet. And he was like, didn't have like a small frame either. So like, he was a big dude.
What car were you doing this in?
He had his own car because it had to be one of those ones that had the pedals on both sides.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what kind of car it really was.
I was thinking about his height, like how. You know.
It was a regular size sedan, which is where this is going. Like, he got in the car and, like, the way his legs barely fit, like, they were like this.
Poor guy.
Had to be up. So he was a big dude, and he was so anxious. And all he talked about the whole time, I was like, this has got to be his, like, special interest. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, and if this part's too thick, like, it's good for if the car flips, but not if you're trying to see. And the whole time, he was giving me, like, safety stuff, like, the whole time. There was nothing personal. Except near the end, because this is when Charlie was still alive. Charlie was my dog. He was an English Mastiff, so he was huge.
Ginormous, wasn't he?
But we got to a stoplight, and this car barreling towards us, like in a movie. Like, I looked in the rearview mirror, that bitch was coming, and there was a red light, and there was somebody pulled out into the intersection trying to turn at like a yellow arrow. So it's not like I couldn't go.
Yeah.
And this guy's screaming. He's freaking the fuck out. And like, me in an emergency situation,
you're pretty good.
I don't, because I'm like, hey, what am I going to do? I actually thrive in an emergency situation because I think my body just goes into stasis.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, just chill. Yeah, you know what to do with
my
this.
My brain's already moving so fast. Have I been yapping for too long? I had to finish the story.
You haven't finished your story.
I know. Anyway.
Your yapping is your story.
You're so right.
Whoa.
Anyways. Yeah. Little insecurity there. This car's barreling at us. It's definitely going to hit us. And this guy next to me is like, go. And I'm like, go where? There's a car right in front. This car has to hit us.
Yeah.
Either we're getting hit or that guy's getting hit.
I literally have been in a car accident, and there's just like that.
Like, there's nothing I can do. Yeah. And I'm like, also, you have pedals and a steering wheel.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you're driving the car too.
Yeah, I'm 16. What are we talking about?
If you want to go so damn bad, go.
We didn't. We got hit. We got rear-ended real hard. Yeah. And I was like this.
Yeah.
Scummy. Oh, real good. And this guy, wow! And he's getting out of the car. He's freaking out. He's yelling at this person, and they're gone. Like, he's out of the car, and he's yelling at the ass end of this car.
Oh, it was a hit and run?
Yeah, that car in the intersection that I was talking about. Hey, he comes in later. Chased that car down. Got the license plate. Came back and told us. And I'm like, I'm just sitting on the edge. So I'm like, not my car.
You're like, so is this lesson over?
Yeah. I'm like, it's not my car. It's not my problem. How are we gonna get home? I don't know. So that happened. The guy drives us back to my house because the car is still drivable because he like picked me up at my house, and we had to do it again because like obviously the lesson
that wouldn't take, obviously, yeah.
So I got my second one free, but I had to do it again, which kind of sucked.
Fucking annoying.
And then I had to talk to their insurance company because they called me and they were like, so like, what happened?
We got rear-ended.
So that's crazy. Yeah. Screaming at me, yelling at me. I'm like, go. Hey,
sir,
I'm 16 years old.
I'm a child.
Anyway, back to Heartstopper.
Speaking of kids,
these kids. A teenager.
Oh, the way that they tackled so much in this season was crazy. I don't even know where to begin. Obviously, the main thing that happened was Charlie's
ED.
What was it? It was a combination of like OCD
he had anorexia, and it was contingent on his OCD. So
it was
it's
compulsive.
related
So
to
like
his OCD.
Yeah, and there's like different types of like, yeah, so the compulsiveness, oh my God. The compulsiveness makes sense. It does. Yeah. Mm. That was not what I was expecting at all.
That he had like, the way he described it, and it did sound like OCD, because I was like, that kind of sounds like OCD when he's talking about it. But
That's why when he was talking about the things, I was like, bitch.
Well, in my head, I was like, you fucking psychologist. Like, you were so right about what's going on.
Look at you doing your job. Damn.
But he said, like, he had to have, like, a particular set of rules to, like, eat a certain way. Yeah.
And I was, like, licking my brain, and I was like...
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
No. No? Do you guys want to hear much about freak I am? No, not yet.
Okay, period. But yeah, he had that.
And mine is not even in that way. So
no,
that's what it's not, because it is like
Hannah has to. I'm just gonna expose you real quick.
Go ahead. The way that I do anything.
I didn't notice it for a long time, but it does make sense. Like, so whenever we're eating,
hey, you won't notice it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like
it makes me think of Drew. Afualdo had talked about how she has to swallow after every bite. Like some people, it's just like a little quirky thing.
Yeah,
you know
it's like you have to do it. Your brain is like, if you don't do it, you die.
Yeah. This is one of those things with mental illness too, where I'm like,
what's the harm?
There is mental illness, but like, is anyone not a little bit mentally ill? Like, does no one, like, is there really anyone out there that just doesn't have anything?
I agree.
Because like a lot of quirks can be equated to that's a compulsion. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like, you win some, you lose some. But Hannah has to do this thing where she chews an even amount of times on each side of her mouth.
And I have to finish on my right.
Yeah.
If I've got, and the best example to do is I've got kisses or starbursts. If I've got like 4, it's going to go left, right, left, right. If I've got 3, it's got to be right, left, right.
Kind of cute. Okay? Kind of a cute little
That's sweet of you to think that. And I think it's because you're my friend.
Well, I didn't notice it for like years of us hanging out, but like I'd always be done with my fucking food, and Hannah still has most of theirs. So I was like,
yeah, dude. I'm a slow eater too.
Well, after you told me, I started noticing I would see it. You switch to the other side, and I was like,
"You'd watch my teeth."
Yeah, because you really put it over.
Well,
you know?
Also, and it's like if somebody wanted a Starburst, and I'd grabbed like 4, and somebody's like, "Oh, can I have one?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then I'm like, "Okay, I gotta change that." Yeah. Or if I was already chewing one in my mouth on my right side, and someone's like, "Oh," and I'll be like, "Yeah," and I'll be like, "Switch it to my left," switch it to my left right away, and it's like, the fuck is wrong with me?
And the whole time I'm looking at Hannah just yapping, and Hannah's like left, left, left,
and then I'm also like, "Yep, listening."
So that was like, when that quirk goes too far, then you end up with Charlie with his like a lot of rules. And you know what? I feel like Nick kind of like, I don't know. That was one of those things where like he was very codependent on Nick, like putting too much on Nick, and you could see Nick kind of crumbling under the pressure.
Yeah, and he like took it on so much as that like it was his job to make
because he loves Charlie
so much. Yeah, and it's like it's hard to differentiate that when you do love someone so much. It's like, damn, how much of this is actually for me to do?
Because you want to help so bad. Yeah. And that was hard for me watching it because I have been Nick and I have been Charlie.
Yeah.
And I was like, I understand completely both sides of this. And is it healthy for either one of them? Not really.
But it's like when you love someone and you are in, like, there's some nuance in there, man. What you gonna do? It's not a black and white situation.
Well, there's also like, when you get into a relationship, and I don't even mean like a romantic one.
Yeah.
But like when you agree with anyone in life that you love, whether it be in a platonic way, a romantic way, or both at the same time, which can also happen, kind of.
It can. It can.
You're going to be there for them, even when it's not the healthiest thing for you.
Yeah. Because it's like you can't not, like you don't have to not be for them.
You should be there for people. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like we've gotten really individualistic as a society where we look at stuff like that. We're like, oh, that's codependent. Don't do that. When it's like, sometimes you do need that for a second. And that's okay. But sometimes you went into
that relationship like with an agreement that it's like, at times I'm going to do that for you. And at times you're going to have to do that for me.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be
as long as it doesn't become stasis and everybody's not trying to work on each other.
The word I was about to say, yeah. It's not, as long as that's not what it is, then you're good. But if that's what it is, then I would call it codependency. In that it's not very healthy.
Yeah. And I feel like social media and like the way that like TikTok has gotten with everything looking perfect and healthy all the time, we've kind of forgotten that like it's community exists and like you do need to be there for people.
Yeah.
Especially people that you love and care about.
Anyways.
Yeah. The compet that they tackled with Imogen.
Boom. Like quick and easy. Knocked it out. That was
we
so
do have
good.
an episode on that, by the way.
Also, I was telling Megan when we watched, we do. when we watched that episode when they it was the New Year's Eve episode or something like that, and they were standing next to each other, her and I think it starts with an S. I can't remember her name. She sings in that band.
The bisexual.
Yeah, and she was like, when she told her, she was like, "You were the reason like I figured out that I was bi," and I was like, "Ooh, that would have been such a good fucking compliment to hear from somebody." Oh my god, would have been like, oh my god,
flirt. But, that was a little unintentional, excellent flirt.
Right? Because no matter what, you knew what you were doing. You said that too.
Definitely.
Come on.
She was still trying to. I mean, she was giving chances.
Yeah.
You know
and I'm also wondering what they're gonna do with that, because it seems like she still is kind of into her, but they said that they were gonna be friends. But like, and I'm wondering if they're gonna try and do a thing where it's like,
oh, they're gonna give us a
eventually
little
come back.
burn.
I don't know, because it's like it seemed like they were okay with
Kaleidoscope. Right. Friends to lovers to friends. But except it's friends to kissing to friends to lovers.
Yeah.
Friends to kissing to friends to lovers.
Whoa. Tackled.
Yeah, period.
That was pretty cool. The way she eventually ended it with, like, I don't think I've ever liked boys. And I was like,
well, that's also, it gets complicated with that, because Imogen was so, like, feminine, and that's where, like, the gay stereotypes
and that
we kind of, as a queer culture, kind of embrace, but also, like, you can't just go off that. I saw a TikTok, and it made me kind of think where it was
that's so unfair to so many other people.
Well, that's kind of why it was so hard for me figuring everything out, too, because I'm a very, like, feminine... like, the amount of times that I've come out to people and they've been like, or even before I've come out to them, be like, "You're the straightest person to ever live." I've heard that so much.
Yeah.
And I'm so not. Like, I'm so not. And I saw a TikTok about this where it was like, I love femininity so much in myself.
Yeah.
How could I not? Like, how could anything else make sense that I love that romantically as well?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, same thing with masculinity. And sometimes sometimes I am more masculine on the inside, not really on the outside very often, but like I am a very boyish girl a lot. I just don't look it.
Yeah, that's literally the simplest way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay too. We exist. You know what I'm saying? We're not the straightest person you've ever seen in your life. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
There's not a straight person in this room.
Not even Belly. Belly. I don't know what Belly is.
I don't think she knows. That's another thing.
Belly exists outside of the construct of gender.
What a great fucking transition that was. The way that Nick was talking about, this got me so deep, because we're at 26 and he is still a kid, and it's like you do so much growth from that.
He's doing it now, so early and in such a healthy way.
Yes, and I think a lot of people are gonna get this like with this time period too, with like what we're working with, like what their role models they're seeing now. It's like it's different than what we were getting from the generation before us. But he had said something like he was closeted, so then he came out and like was accepting more of himself, and it's like, but he still is like looking for more of his personality and like being able to express that with everybody, and like everybody struggles with that. You're putting on masks with everybody. You're not showing your complete true self with certain things, with certain people, and like that lasts a while, I'd say, like truly. So like that was fascinating. I loved that. That had me thinking, because
I feel like you're kind of doing when you do that too. Not that this really helps, because when you're in that moment, it's kind of like it's almost like a defense mechanism, and like all of us intrinsically have a want to be liked and accepted. Like no everyone fears rejection, and I don't care who you are. Yes, you do.
You felt it.
But it's like almost a betrayal to yourself and that person to not be yourself, because at that point you're kind of lying to them.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like to please them, and you don't ever need to make yourself smaller to make other people comfortable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah.
And I think your 20s are when you start
this podcast,
trying to figure things out.
It's like, get over it. We got this. It's fine. Just act like how you want to act.
Yeah.
No biggie.
I feel like I'm doing better this episode with not feeling, I get so weird when this camera turns on immediately, and I don't know why. And we've been saying, like, you guys haven't seen us in our peak form.
The peak form will happen probably in a few months. Like, this would get really, really comfy.
We'll get really comfortable.
Yeah, like, we probably won't even register the camera anymore. And if we do, it's like we're talking directly to them as they are.
Well, I've also had a hard time, I'm just yapping now, but, like, I think I love all of you. You know what I mean? Like, because the people that like our TikToks...
that's so cool that you do.
Well, I go to their pages and I'm like, I would feel safe with this person. Because I'm, like, trying to see, like, who likes us, And a lot of the time I go to your all's pages and it's, like, a lot of you guys are, like, women and femmes. Yeah. And it's, like, something queer, and then like cats in the pictures, and like just like your stuff, and I'm like, of course this is who's gonna like us.
Yeah.
And I love that. And like I feel like at first I was picturing like the MAGA Republicans getting a hold of us, and I was really afraid of that.
Well, and it's like, I get why you would think that, but then again, it's like, damn, no way that's like that's getting on their page like right away.
Yeah, why would it?
I'm sure there's some people.
Yeah, the oppressors of the world. I was like, oh God, what if that's where we end up? What if they get us?
We'll fight our way out. It's all right.
Yeah,
we've got people.
Also, if that's who you are, I hate you. So, what are you doing here? Leave me alone.
Seriously, hey,
have you seen
just
that,
chill.
Elon Musk, where he like went on at the rally and he had like a MAGA hat on and like a MAGA shirt, but it was black, and he said, "I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA."
Oh my God, he probably thought he ate with that.
He so did.
I know so many people love that.
I did move forward.
Look at them finding their own community.
I'm not ready to get off Heartstopper, actually. I was moving forward. I have more to say about Heartstopper.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
I feel like Heartstopper is so good because it has like the queer representation, but like I feel like people forget that fiction doesn't have to be like a true representation of life.
Yeah, I think that's why Heartstopper does such a like good job. Like the fact that it's on season 3, like there's a reason. Like,
yeah, because people like seeing like everything that happens in that. Like they face strife, but then it always comes out best case scenario.
Yeah.
So like, obviously Charlie went through all that bullying, and then like Nick had to come out, and like that was kind of uncomfortable. But in the end, they both ended up being
it's always
decently
uncomfortable.
accepted.
But then it's also like you hit a point where it's like, okay.
And it feels like everyone either says if they say the wrong thing, they always come back on it and learn. And like that's the best case scenario. And sometimes that doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
Or like, or they just say the right thing to begin with. And they're all very emotionally mature, which doesn't really happen with high schoolers that often.
No.
But I really like the representation of like just, this isn't hurting me to watch. Like, it's not causing me further trauma as a queer person.
Boy, do I get anxiety watching some dicey new shows and movies. The way that I rewatch so many things because I know the plot and I'm comfortable with it, so it puts me at ease. But yeah, Heartstopper, I don't have to get too stressed out because I'm like, it'll be okay in the end. We'll be fine. Yeah. What
were we watching? Over the weekend, we had like a scary movie watching.
Yeah, like we went a little crazy. Look, I don't really like scary movies, but I will say I approached it a little differently. One, I was wearing my glasses, so I would just pull them down a little bit, and the screen would be blurry if there was like a really spooky thing. And when I say spooky, like we watched It, so like I don't really like clowns, and so when he would open his fucking mouth like that is pretty fucking scary.
Yeah.
The first one,
I still just see him as Bill Skarsgård.
Well, that was another thing. Like they fucked up. And the second one, I think it was the second one, when, like, he hadn't put his makeup on yet. And then he did, and I was like, well, fuck.
Well, because they knew. They figured it out. They were like, too many people are just seeing Bill Skarsgård, so we have to make him look bad. Looking hot? And it was like, the fuck is wrong with my brain? I was like, oh, my God. I couldn't stop. And then I was like, but then you see Pennywise, and you're like, you're just a little freak. But then I was also like fruity freak. You're a sassy little fruity freak. But then he's like, he eats kids. Yeah.
So.
The reason I brought that up is because there's like that scene in the beginning of the second one with the gay guys.
Oh, yeah.
And like they do just get like
they kind of it went on a little too long for me. I was like, damn, hey, I knew where you were going right when they decided to leave alone. I thought, I was like, as a queer person, if I had approached someone like that and like I had an altercation like that and like I fought back, I would have been like, we should be careful when we leave.
Yeah.
Where we were, I would have been like, no.
I wouldn't walk out alone.
I would have had, I would have made sure that I was, no. And I just think a lot of people, like, that's why that was a movie, I think.
Yeah. This isn't really a spoiler for the movie, but if you haven't seen it, it opens, like, with showing that Pennywise has returned by having these two gay guys, like, being openly gay in Derry in, like, what year would that have been? Like, the 90s?
No.
27 years after...
27 after 89 or something. 87 or 89.
2000s? Oh my God.
Right?
Hey,
guys,
I can't do math. 89, 27. Let's just round to 30. Let's just round to 90.
So, late 2000?
So like 2010?
Or something like that. God.
Yes.
I just seem like we're wrong, but I think we're right.
Late 2000.
Sorry. Like, I've been, like, doing stuff. Do you know what I mean? Chill.
So anyway, these two gay guys, like the late 2000s. So they really shouldn't have been hate crime at that point, but they were.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dairy.
they're walking on a bridge and like one of them gets thrown off, and then Pennywise gets him and like
chomps his chest, bro. And the boyfriend's like, like obviously. Also, I have trivia about that. The guy that got eaten,
chomped. I think his name's Adrian in the movie.
Yes, the person had expressed like how much that he loved it or whatever, and like just was like, I'll do anything, like I'll do any part, and it's like so he did that, and then he was a little bit of a zombie kind of thing, later in the movie. But yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, and I was like damn, look, you must have really fucking wanted that.
I always thought it would be fun to be a zombie in The Walking Dead. One of those zombies.
Performance of the year. Shaking. I'm shaking.
But yeah, seeing that kind of stuff, like the queer people get hurt like that, is just not fun. Like that whole scene, honestly, for me, watching that movie, I was like, that just
went on so long, and all of that in the beginning of the movie just to be like, oh yeah, Pennywise is back. Get it.
Right.
Chill.
It does happen in the book, so I understand why they did it, though. But
yeah, so we watched.
They left out the child orgy, though, in the movie. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it.
And the turtle. If
you mentioned that.
Okay, if you've seen it, you need to look into the book
itself,
because it gets so wacky. And I think Stephen King has said, I almost said Hawking. I was like, that's a different Stephen. Has said that he was doing cocaine during it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Don't fact check me on that. I'll fact check myself. And I'll put it in the video. If you're not gonna
fact check.
I love to do that. I eat up like putting like if I don't know something,
back with it.
I can find it. I have time now. You know what
do. Yeah, we watched both of them, part 1 and part 2, and I think I prefer part 1, but like I did still enjoy part 2.
I really like Eddie, Eddie and Richie's little thing.
Oh, it's literally hasn't even been that long since I watched it. I'm trying to put the faces with the names.
Eddie
was the one that...
Richie was the comedian, Bill Hader.
Right, okay, yeah.
And Eddie was
I think I preferred
the one that was
Eddie.
the germaphobe. Yeah, I preferred Eddie too.
But yeah. The duo was nice. It really was, yeah. That was good. And I like that they were like, added the little flavor of like fruitiness in there.
A little bit, yeah.
It's like...
The humor too. I like when it's fucking funny. And Eddie was so funny.
I like when it's fucking funny.
The way that he got stabbed and he was like...
fucking... Yeah. And then running away after he was stabbed, he was like, it's been like 27 years, like, fucking haircut.
Get rid of the fucking mullet, dude. And that was before mullets came back, but his mullet was ugly.
Yeah.
There's a way to do the mullet. You know what I'm saying?
And he wasn't doing the mullet.
He was not doing the mullet. He was a freak, too, with his little outfit.
He was a little freak.
Yeah. That movie's so good, you guys. If you're like not like a big horror movie person, that one has enough plot that you would probably still enjoy it.
I do enjoy a plot so much that it's worth like watching scary movies like that, because it's like it's a full-on story. It's not just trying to fucking scare me. It's not just trying to make me jump. Right. I don't like when movies do that, because like what are we doing here? It's not for me. It's not my genre. But I did really enjoy that. We also watched
Bodies.
Yes, with Pete Davidson, but like barely fucking in it. What's her name? Amanda Stenberg? Is it Stenberg or Stern?
Rue.
Yeah, Rue. What's her name? I should have looked up the names for you guys.
It's that other lesbian
it's Rachel,
from
it starts with an S, but she was from Bottoms, and she's been in other things, but like nothing too like big yet.
I actually really like her though.
I love her.
I like the energy she brings.
Love. She's also beautiful, so
she is.
Love her. Yeah, that was a good fucking movie in a weird way.
Well, does Pete Davidson have a stipulation in his contracts that like he is gonna be on all the marketing, but he dies early? Because that's I'd have 2 nickels. And I want to see him because he's funny.
Yeah.
Like he brings like a little flavor of comedy.
And he was funny in the movie. By that.
And yeah, what he did
even in his little yeah, and then how he was funny.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, and I'm gonna rewatch it to a little. I love when I have my little trivia facts. That one was filmed pretty much like in the dark, right? Like it was the house like didn't have any lights on,
right?
Because of the storm. So when they were filming, the actors had their phone flashlights, or if they had a headlamp, or if like there was the
You were using the headlamp a lot to try to decipher You're like, oh, that person has a headlamp.
Well,
this person
yeah,
doesn't.
because not everybody was. But the glow in the dark like necklaces and bracelets and stuff. So when they were filming, if they were, they had to make sure that they were holding their lights a certain way so like you could fucking see them, or the take wouldn't work. So they were also not only acting, but they were doing the lighting.
The light work.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's crazy.
That movie was also like a murder mystery comedy, is what I would call that.
It is. That's just a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
And it had me on edge because I was like, who the fuck is the killer? Because it had you guessing everybody was.
It kind of reminded me of Scream Queens. I loved Scream Queens.
Show was,
it was so good.
I'm going to have to rewatch it and
Glenn
check
Powell's
that out. It's been a long fight. And I forgot he was in that.
Tis the season, man. Tis the season. And for Fleabag.
I have to tackle that fucking Fleabag.
I freaking love that fucking show.
I freaking love Fleabag. That's so good.
But yeah, Scream Queens, same thing. The whole time you're like, who is it? And you know what? I forgot who it was.
I didn't.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
I didn't because I was like, what? What's happening?
Don't tell me, because it's gonna be like I never watched it.
I'm not gonna.
I loved Ariana Grande in that too, and she was like,
the way that was so good. Dead. What a good show at that time. It's like what we needed.
That was the same time I was watching American Horror Story Coven too. This was not supposed to be an episode where we just gave you so many good Halloween watches, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. It just happened, and I love it. And it's making me like, oh, I'm gonna have to. I got stuff to watch. It's October,
I know.
Man. What is it?
We have to write all this down. It's like 10th. We recorded it or something.
Oh, it's like we could look back at it forever.
Love when that happens. The amount of times me and Hannah are hanging out, we're like, we should write that down. We should write that down. And we don't. We started though for this.
Yeah.
It's made us be really recording our shit.
We started late to do it too, though. Like we've been doing this for a few months now, and we just now are like, we really actually do need to write that down.
Yep. We're learning. This is a baby podcast. You guys like it. You guys like our baby.
Do you like our baby?
Do you guys think our baby's cute?
I think it's pretty cute.
I think it's pretty
fucking sweet.
I fucking love it. I think
it's pretty creative.
Personally, our friendship is one of my favorite things in the whole world.
Yeah.
Love it.
Top tier.
I should get a teddy bear of you.
Of me?
That would be so cute.
Form?
Dude, if we went to Build-A-Bear and made Build-A-Bears of each other, that'd be so cute.
Where are those? Do they the actual shops exist still?
Yeah, nowhere nearby.
I remember this is a memory through someone else's memory because I never got to fucking do this. But my sister went to a birthday party where they
built a bear,
and I was like, what the fuck? Like I remember I was jealous of that, and I didn't have any friends who wanted. Have you never done it? I don't think so. I definitely have Build-A-Bear, so I've done. I have my little I have my Darth Vader.
From ordering I have a Kylo Ren one.
I got my mom an Outlander one, a little Jamie bear.
That's
I thought
so
that was
cute.
fucking funny, and it literally speaks like him, which is like, what the fuck?
She loves Outlander.
Yeah. I think she puts it on her bed.
Used to, when I was spending the night at Hannah's house, I used to hear in the morning, like, sing me a song at like 5 in the morning. And I'd go down there and be like, what you doing, Angela?
Mom, and I get my mom knitting. So much with that too. It's like, I came from her, you know what I mean? So I know exactly, that was her fucking me time. The way that she'd have a nice cup of coffee with that Italian sweet creamer, which is amazing.
Outlander?
Love it. Outlander in the morning.
Christmas show.
And then
very cozy.
Oh my God, she'd be knitting.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Also cozy. One thing about your family,
you think that they're in like a fucking cottage. That's amazing. Oh,
and her dad.
My dad loving burning peat.
Yup.
Yeah,
and watching Ireland videos. Yeah.
On the TV. You could set a scene. You know, my family knows how to get some ambiance going. I mean, like, look at me. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't, what are you fucking doing? Oh, damn. Holidays. Oh, I'm excited.
Holidays. That's holiday.
Now that's holiday. Name the movie. Can you?
The Grinch.
She could.
Finally, here I am. Where does it? What page?
Her little kid. What page? So good, man.
She had eggnog on her hat.
I thought that was the cutest thing because I used to eat those cups up. They had the liquid in there.
The mom had the punch bowl of eggnog, and
my
Cindy
humor
Lou
is
had
so
the
fucking
cup.
weird that I think, and the entire fucking movie, and it's not even a Jim Carrey thing. I think one of the funniest things in that entire film is when the mom is holding a fucking street light.
And you hear the crash.
She's like, you hear the crash. She's like, come on, we're going to be late. And I was like, what the fuck? Whoever, it's like, who was in charge of writing part of that movie? Who was like, guys, this is fucking funny. Have her holding a fucking stoplight and a traffic jam going on back there.
It's just those, when they go that extra mile with a little bit of humor.
That gets me every time.
When you're watching something, you see shit going down in the background, too.
That's part of the reason why I rewatch stuff.
Yeah.
You miss so much.
The Office and Parks and Rec are both really good at that, where if you zone in on what's going on in the background, you're going to find something else funny.
Always.
We were talking about shows. Oh my gosh! Speaking of Halloween, the Halloween episodes of those kind of shows.
I love when they do that stuff.
Around this time of year
I love little holiday specials that shows give us. Oh, tell me. Oh, Parks and Rec is so good. Fucking Greg Cicadas. Damn, I'm gonna have to watch
I was eating a plum. But if I were there to put the peach bit.
She was like, it's his calling card.
Dude, so if you haven't seen
I can't believe he literally was fucking with a grown-ass woman like that works in the government building.
And they were like harmless pranks, too.
Yeah, dude. And he was just like, when her face gets like this.
Yeah. So he like pranks Leslie every year. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it first of all.
Like vandalizes either like the statue or like the office or something. Like every year.
She gets Andy involved, which is Chris Pratt.
Actually, it's Burt Macklin.
And the kid makes him cry because he's like trying to be the bad cop, but the kid is like obviously pretty clever.
Because he's like, dude, you're a fucking goof.
Yeah. And then when they finally get like an earnest conversation with him, he was like, I love messing with Leslie because she's so fun to mess with. And some people are just like that, man. Lauren, you're one of them.
You're fun to mess with. So I love you so much. Damn, I love messing with people.
We turned into Winston from New Girl.
Oh my god.
The lore with the sitcoms is going deep. But
I can't fucking stop. It's we live in a sitcom, do we not?
They like to steal Lauren's phone, like Hannah and their siblings.
Oh man, no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, no matter how we are as a family, like we're gonna be stealing Lauren's phone.
Oldest sibling, you're always gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you.
You're gonna get fucked with.
I'm gonna fuck with you, and it's like just stop having the same reaction. We'd probably stop doing it, but you just keep going, and I love it so fucking much.
One time they got me involved, and Lauren just thought I would never. Yeah, I would never do it to her. I had her phone down my pants.
Won't go there, will ya?
Yeah, new phone now, Lauren. So don't worry about that. Good times.
I love Halloween.
I love Halloween.
Freaking love bats.
Smells like beef.
I love that bitch.
Wonder how that kid's doing now. She's probably
pretty grown up.
Oh my god, do you think she's in high school now?
Possibly.
That's crazy.
Actually, possibly.
I don't even know how to find that information. And it's really not my business,
freaking bat kid, how old?
You know that kid that, my name's Trey, I got a basketball game tomorrow. You know he plays in the NBA now?
Well done. Is his name actually Trey?
He doesn't actually. I don't know. I just made that up.
I hope
that's how easy it is.
When you edit that, I blinked really good at the camera. I hope you go give me a little something.
Like the SpongeBob. That was one of my things I put. Remember how I said last night so like I was having like ideas. You know how when you go to bed and like that's
everybody knows
other people's brains work.
Like that AM, like late AM hit where you just are so creative.
Yes. Or you be thinking about like an argument, you're like, oh, I could have ate them up with this.
Yeah, and then you're upset that you didn't.
Or like you should have stood up for yourself in this situation. You're like, this is what I should have
exactly
done. Like when that person like closed the door on me in the bathroom today, I should have been like, here's the door. Or something like that. But I was having ideas for the podcast and I was like, let me voice memo my ideas.
We gotta listen to that.
I gotta listen to it still. Yeah, but I know one of the things I said because it's just triggered my memory. I was like, you need to record vocal bits to put throughout the episode. So I was like, I think I said put eagle screech, dolphin noises.
Please.
Oh,
the dolphin noises. That would be fun to use when like you just put it over our cuss words just for fun in a video.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So we'll have to do that later. We'll have to do that after this. We'll film our little vocal stems.
I'm actually gonna check the time because my belly is
that was my dolphin noise.
There we go. Sorry, we'll stop. It actually kind of makes me think of. I was actually thinking of in Luca, that movie. The mom is like, that blah 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 Branzino. Who does she think she is? That yeah, dude.
Eddie Kaspbrak is also in Luca. Period.
Right.
Do you have a quote?
Yeah, I do actually.
You ready for it? I'm ready for it.
It's us.
It's both of us?
Yeah.
Like a mutual quote?
Yeah.
I think that's our first double quote.
I don't use them a lot, because some of them are, but this one was, pretty good.
I don't know.
You will know.
Okay, period. Hit me with it.
Me. It's not a love bite when it scars. Megan. That was poetic.
I know what we were talking about this time.
Yeah.
It was, Cats.
Yeah.
I think it was.
It was Apollo, and he fucked me up. Like, my hand or my arm, I can't remember. And, of course, the scar is healed now because
He's
it's
just
been
such
years.
a big boy. He doesn't know his own strengths. He really doesn't.
It's hard to stay on top of clipping his fucking nails.
We still didn't do it over the weekend. We were
know,
supposed
bitch.
to.
I think I said it 3 times, and I get why we forgot. I do. I get why we both forgot.
With that, just go get the clippers. You know what I'm saying?
They're where we're sitting. They're in that drawer.
We should have just done
That's
it.
why they're
Because I
there.
remember thinking, like, I'll do it when she gets the clippers.
And it's like, my brain was like, just open the drawer, Hannah. And then we'd start chatting, and I'd be like, I get it later.
We'll get it later. Yeah, I'm like a professional at cat nail clipping. If anyone needs their cat's nails clipped, that'll be $50. Slide me a DM, and I'll help you out.
Yeah.
I'm good at it,
actually,
man.
I need Artemis is a bigger, like, help, honestly, because she's just, if you touch her, when she just doesn't want to be touched at all, she'll growl at you, but she's not going to, like, hurt you or swipe at you.
With
She
Artemis,
just, like,
we
hey,
feed her
stop.
treats. So I'm good at getting, like, the claws out and then getting it quick, because I've done it so much with Belly and Annabelle.
The dude claws are really hard
which is
to
my cat
fucking
to pass. Annabelle, love you. I'll put a picture of her. I will. I don't think I've done that yet. Yeah, Annabelle.
That'll be fun. Do you want to do
I
my
love
dog
that
in there,
bitch.
too? Put them next to each other.
Ollie's been in there. But yeah,
I
I
just
will.
been, like, together. But, I mean, if she wants her separate moment, she can take it.
We can put in both. Dead pet moment.
Oh,
All right.
I'm excited for the photos you use.
I'm going to have to put Charlie, too.
Yeah. Well, damn, are we going to get everybody? Jesus.
I guess just Annabelle and Ollie will do. Charlie.
Because I was thinking about my little puggle.
I'll put Charlie when I talked about Charlie earlier.
My little puggle. That makes sense. You literally talked about him.
I did.
You have to give a picture.
Wow. Voting registration in Kentucky has ended.
Yes.
But
so
if you are registered to vote,
that means go vote. Which is November
7th?
We'll let you know.
We'll figure that out.
We'll add that in there.
We'll be there either
We'll
way.
post that. Anyway. We'll talk about it before it even happens. Trust me.
And we need to find another nonprofit to start putting.
So sorry. A little behind on that.
That'll probably,
This is why we're doing bi-weekly, guys. We'll get this ball rolling for you. And it'll feel like a real thing.
It will. See you guys. Not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that.
And a little Halloween surprise.
Yeah.